And on the right, we have Jeskai Energy Control. Let's just put Jeskai Control. That would be Ryan. And a turn 1 Delver.
Okay.
I'll try this.
Is it crazy?
It's an interesting one. It's not.
Ponder resolving here on turn 1 for Ryan. Let's get these old life totals off the screen. Ponder shuffle.
Who knows what happened? Well, someone could have guessed.
Oh, I'm sorry. Shit. I drew.
Alright, let's see if this Delver flips. Roland's going to try to make that happen with a Brainstorm on upkeep.
I'm discounting.
We're playing Commander.
I'm discounting.
He started with A's.
Played my land and said go and realized I had 7 in hand.
Skip his first draw.
The rules. No! You guys, store goers are idiots.
What are the chances? Yeah, I looked at 8 non-spells.
Honestly.
Alright, Ponder revealed on top of the deck. Insectile Aberration. And we'll start attacking.
And
Alright, passing the turn. Insectile Aberration will start taking chunks out of the life total, but these control decks can usually deal with that.
that's fine. Upkeep.
The card back.
Random. Pick.
Alright, so 2 energy now for Ryan. Tune the Narrative. I couldn't think of the name of the card. Was the 1 blue mana, draw a card, you get 2 energy. Instant from MH3.
That was what I wanted to put away. Honestly, I was like, man, like if this Everpool gets caught, like that would not be an issue.
We're going to. It just adds 1.
Alright, a Spell Pierce on Ponder. Don't see Spell Pierce much these days, but every once in a while a Spell Pierce gets fired off and does its job.
I don't have any green right now, so that's interesting.
You can take any of those 3.
Yeah, this is not the pick.
You can take
It's getting dazed though.
that.
No, I don't.
You could take this, but I don't know. I mean, color screwing me is like
I'll take that.
probably the best choice.
Alright, 18.
Alright, so now Roland's Ponder will resolve. Looks like Roland has found a Force of Will. Can't really tell what was in there. The energy being accumulated over on Ryan's side could eventually lead to a Wrath of the Skies. That's a payoff in this deck, being able to wipe the board of artifact, creatures, and enchantments.
Oh, land damage.
Thank you.
Alright, another Delver for Roland. With 2 basic islands on Ryan's side. Wrath of the Sky is at least 2 turns away. There's a Brainstorm.
Interesting. Interesante. That's weird. Full select command does a bunch of stuff. Makes a bunch of guys. Exiles. Sure.
Okay, so moving into his own end step, Ryan casts a dress down. And that could potentially prevent the Delver from flipping here.
That could have been worse. Yeah,
Okay, force pitching Murktide on that. So Roland wants to flip this Delver into an insectile aberration. Life totals are correct now. Delver trigger, Force of Will revealed. Alright, so Roland will start to swing for 6 now. Roland also has a Force of Will to protect these insectile aberrations. Soul Guy Lantern.
Looted. Ponder. Combat.
Okay, removing Ponder, reduce the number of types in the yard for Delirium potentially. Sack Soul Guide to draw a card.
I will grab a Undercity Sword.
Basic Mountain, pass to turn. Dropping down to 1. Lightning Bolt revealed. That ends the game. All right, Roland takes game 1. Delver still doing its thing. Later rounds of the 5 rounds of Swiss start to get these win-in-ish matches. 1 card on the bottom for Ryan. Prismatic Vista pass. Cracking Polluted Delta is rolling.
Play a DRC.
This barely can play green.
Okay, Dragon's Rage Channeler was announced. Hydroblast announced for Ryan. Looks like Roland has a daze to protect Dragon's Rage Channeler. Okay, everything was done a little bit out of order there, but there was some shortcutting and some chatting, so both players appear to be on the same page as far as what is going on. DRC will remain. Hydroblast is countered. Roland's land went back to hand. And we're passing the turn. Oh, no, we're not passing the turn yet. Mishra's Bobble.
Okay.
Okay, putting a bolt into the yard. Gonna take a look. That looked like a basic plains, I think. Swords fired off on Dragon's Rage Channeler. Delirium was not on yet. Roland has Force of Will, it looks like, and can pitch either Brazen Borrower or Delver. Also holding 2 copies of Bolt. If a spell gets fired off here, we could see a Surveil too, which could turn on Delirium. Alright, force pitching Brazen Borrower, that makes sense. Taking a look at the top. And a bolt into the yard. So all 4 bolts are accounted for, I think.
Delirium now? Not yet. Okay.
No Delirium yet. Instant land artifact in Roland's yard.
Attack for 1.
Okay, casting a Delver, then attacking for 1. There's Wrath of the Skies.
Spell trigger.
You're good.
It'll be countered by a Daze.
2.
Excuse me. Leaving it on top. Leaving it on top is Roland. I just messed up the audio for a second there. Sorry. Leaving it on top is Roland, with the Days Surveil. Attacking now for. Yeah, I don't believe Delirium is on yet.
Sure. And then the search happens. I'll say go.
We know Roland has bolts in hand. Ooh, Flage.
Sure. So I'm getting pinged. 12.
You gain 3 life with this. So I'll have double red, double.
We're potentially going to see a lightning helix.
5, and then 5.
I'm at 9.
That resolves.
All right, it will resolve, and we will shoot Dragon's Rage Channeler.
Sure.
Does it fizzle if it cannot target?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Judge.
Okay, it sounds like Roland's thinking about bolting his own Dragon's Rage Channeler here to prevent Ryan from gaining life, and I believe that would work.
Flage is coming in.
Flage enters the battlefield, trigger targeting DRC. If DRC is removed, do I still gain the life?
Is that in English?
Yep, there's I think I do.
I don't believe you do.
Yeah, because it's one target, target 2. So, targeting this. If you kill the DRC, then I
Yeah. So I'm gonna.
Okay, checking in with the judge. We're going to bolt Dragon's Rage Channeler in response to Flage's ability, put a land into the graveyard, and Ryan will gain no life. Then Ryan will ponder. So a neat way to keep Ryan from gaining life, bolt your own creature. Yeah, the bolts are likely going to the face anyway, as Akalith points out in the chat, so that was a good play. Roland's hand now, I believe, Pyroblast, Bolt, and something else. Enough cards in the graveyard for Ryan, but not enough red mana right now to escape.
6.
A Wasteland could be huge here.
Not exactly like vulgar.
I will target 1, 2. Yep.
Ryan down to 11. Another Dragon's Rage Channeler past the turn. A Wrath of the Skies could be pretty good here. There's Wrath of the Skies. Ouch. So that'll shut down the offense completely now. Dragon's Rage Channeler and Delver die.
Good. Go ahead.
Sure. I'm at 6.
And now Flage will escape. This might be the first ever escape of Flage on 90s MTG. The trigger will resolve this time. Not much Roland will be able to do about it.
It's just Helix.
Yeah. Helix.
Helix.
Yeah, sounds good. 1, 2, 3. I have 1 card.
Flage will be really tough to race.
Damn it.
Okay, Unholy Heat. Unholy Heat takes it out.
3 Elvish.
1.
Violent Outburst is better Uro. Yeah, is Uro still on the watch list? Does anybody know? Is it going to get banned?
I'm gonna like somehow lose this game. Say go. You can't. I can't take your edge, but it's just.
Draw.
Gothmog says that Uro is on the watch this card not get banned list. Okay. So things have changed.
Oh, you need the.
I could have sworn Uro was on the watch list.
Waste a cup.
Okay, wasting a Volk. Just 3 total cards in Ryan's graveyard, so it might be a little while before Flage tries to come back. Roland not able to make a second land drop, but looks like we just found one. Counterbalance.
With that on the stack, I'm gonna flash in Destructive Flute.
Flash and Destructive.
counter now for Roland. Our mayor says Psychic Frog is on the watch list. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Karn. 2 floating.
When I wake up in the morning first thing and when I'm falling asleep at night, all I can think about is the legacy ban and restricted list. It just is always on my mind.
Mystic Sanctuary?
Sure.
No, I think 4-3 Lingus is still out there, Violent. People still making those human knight tokens and taking the monarch, becoming the monarch. The monarch mechanic, right, everybody? What is that, from the unset?
Yeah.
Flooded Strand getting cracked. Ryan will find Mystic Sanctuary, putting Wrath of the Skies back on top. Wrath of the Skies could be a neat way to remove this counterbalance. I like Wrath of the Skies. This card is awesome.
Before she attacks,
Drop.
Hopefully it doesn't get put on the watch list.
I'm gonna crack all damage. You can.
All right, X is 2. Counterbalance is destroyed.
How do we get to 2?
No extra energy left over.
You killed the first
You flip the
guy
Jace,
had
you
with
know, you
the
got
Grixis.
The first 4 cards.
Yeah, you killed. Then you flash this one in, so you took 1/1. So now it should be a 2. Oh, you're right. Yes. Okay. Yes. So he's 3.
All right, a pawner for Roland. Looks like Roland find an underground sea. We might see the frog. Let's see. Roland's managing to hold off this flage still. The second red mana might not be available. Here's a brainstorm.
Draw. Wow, you got it. That's a tough loss.
Another Wrath of the Skies. Psychic Frog down.
I don't know if I can really do it like that.
I don't know how to do it.
2 cards in hand for Ryan. Looks like we're going to see another Psychic Frog. Pass the turn.
I had both my titles just sitting in my hand.
Okay, so this Prismatic Vista could potentially find the basic mountain we saw earlier in this game. In this match. It's getting cracked. Yeah, Ryan hasn't putting more, investing more into the Wrath of the Skies for more energy. Twitch chat discussing that now. I'm not sure.
I'm gonna get fucking rocked.
All right, it looks like Flage has decided to escape again. It's hitting the stack now. Let's see if it resolves.
Like worse land.
That's each time it attacks too. ETB attacks.
ETB and attack. We're going to Lightning Helix, says Flage. How do you like that?
That's fine.
All right, we're going to hit the frog. Roland's going to have to discard 2 cards to save it. 3 damage, and Ryan will gain 3 life. Roland will gladly discard 2 cards. Looks like a Pyroblast, and I missed what the other card was, but... Oh, just Pyroblast and a Bolt. Okay. And in response to the second, it's getting Swords. So Psychic Frog is gone. Looks like Roland just drew a Murktide Regent. Plenty of stuff in the yard. Could survive a hit from Flage. Could be an interesting race.
Yeah, maybe I should have taken that. I guess I didn't realize we had to do this. I should have taken down the first card and just gotten something. What's he gonna do? Eat it.
8/8 Murktide, full size.
I was expecting more.
Yeah, the frog didn't survive, but now rolling with an 8/8 Murktide. All right, we're gonna deal the 3 damage to Murktide, and Ryan will gain 3 life, and Roland will not block. 8/8 Murktide versus Flage.
Swinging for 8.
I'll start with
Yep.
3.
Okay, Roland's gonna go down to 2, and Ryan could survive another hit. Here's 2 in the narrative. Draw a card, get 2 energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This game is close. We know Roland is out of bolts. We've counted 4, I believe. Does Murktide just have to stay back on defense? Even that doesn't really help because Flage can just Lightning Helix Roland. Another Murktide could help, but I don't think we have one. Okay, we are going to game 3. Good match so far. Flage looking pretty good there. Taking a look at the hands, resolving mulligans now. Okay, 1 card on the bottom for Ryan. Scalding Tarn, correct? Volcanic Island.
I have the one floating. How many cast one at a time?
Yeah.
And a Ponder for Roland.
You have any cards in hand? I'll say go.
We saw in games 1 and 2 how good the Wrath of the Skies can be. Flage, kind of the MVP of game 2, I would say, for Ryan. Curious to see how much Wrath of the Skies and Flage, 2 new MH3 cards, affect game 3. Just a ponder and pass the turn.
I want to play so badly.
It's a lucky.
Psychic Frog. Tune the narrative.
I'm going to command for 7. I'm going to make 7 guys, and I'm going to...
Okay, draw a card, get 2 energy. Roland is fine with it all. There's the energy reserve card, very nice. 2 energy.
What's that thing called?
Tune the narrative.
Tune the narrative.
7.
Yeah, I like that.
Resolving a ponder now. Might be trying to figure out how to clear this Psychic Frog off the battlefield as soon as possible. The people of the chat, the people of the YouTube comments are probably aware at this point how good Psychic Frog really is. I mean, being able to draw a card every time it hits your opponent, it really adds up to an enormous advantage if it left unchecked. And the fact that it can give itself flying makes it that much better at doing its job. They should have just gave it fear. Remember fear? Bring back fear.
Go to attack.
Might go spawn. I'm gonna exit.
Take one.
All right, attacking with the frog. Take 1. Draw a card. All right, brainstorm for Roland. The Force of Wills in hand could come in handy to protect this frog. Breck says, what's better, fear or menace? We know the answer is fear. Fear needs to be brought back in a big way. I think it should be a evergreen mechanic. Anarchy Inducer says frog should have gotten death touch, not flying. What about reach?
But
It's a frog. All right, counterbalance is on the board. Yeah, Anarchy Inducer says Wizard doesn't understand how frogs work. Yeah.
I'm going to 5, 6, crack one of these.
These are not meant to be competitive.
Activate the eye.
I think you need 7.
So this is 3.
Okay, here's Wrath of the Skies. We have 2 energy in reserve, so this could be enough.
5,
Force pitching days.
12. Yeah, I'm gonna grab that.
That needed to be countered to protect Psychic Frog and counterbalance. So the 2 energy remain for Ryan to try again at a later time. But counterbalance and Psychic Frog remaining as well is bad news for Ryan.
Maybe something. Pretty sick.
Harry says the frog is too good.
take 1. Second main.
Wander would have been better.
Yeah, I think at that point.
Tune the narratives. We're going to trigger counterbalance, reveal the Misty Rainforest. So tune the narrative will resolve. 4 energy now for Ryan.
That kind of hoses I'm very used to at least. I like this.
Anarchy Inducer says frog is next grief. Oh my goodness. What's the next Dreadheart Arcanist? That's what I want to know.
Going to surgical targeting the
Ooh, surgical on Wrath of the Skies. Roland is trying to get those out of the deck. Hand is revealed. Narset, Flage, Ponder, Prismatic Vista, and Mystic Sanctuary. And now Wrath of the Skies has been removed from the match, as this is game 3. Romario arrives in the chat. And, yeah. Narset Parter of Veils. That's gonna take a look. Roland has 2 frogs. The frogs do draw a card when they hit planeswalkers. Tune the narrative is found. I'm not really sure energy is going to play much of a role the rest of this game.
Do I name the Rainforest? No, I'm going to name Grixis. Just take it home. Yep. Bowboys or Surveil?
Pyroblast on Narset. Narset down.
Attack for 2 for damage.
Okay, gonna hit and draw 2 cards. Looks like Roland's holding 2 bolts again.
Make white. Sword the frog.
It's possible we'll see Flage on the following turn. Roland has enough cards in hand to discard and protect a frog. But as we saw earlier in this match, Flage can do a lot of damage. Gain a lot of life. Okay, we're just going to ponder now. Okay, so Roland's going to respond to a ponder by fetching and Bowmaster, it sounds like, but there's a response to that of a brainstorm. Okay, Wasteland revealed by counterbalance. Brainstorm will resolve for Ryan, who's getting attacked in multiple ways at this point.
Reason other than just there was one that came through months ago.
Okay, managed to slip a swords past the defenses. Now Bowmaster has resolved. And now Ponder will resolve.
End of turn. Surgical.
Not sure if a damage was missed there or a loss of life was missed, but I guess both players agree on the life totals. Adam says I had a Vans ad that I joined that definitely looks straight out of the 90s, so on theme with the channel. Very good. Very good.
Take 2 from the ring, 17. Actually, it's
Cast Bowmaster. Sure.
Okay, now another Bowmaster. Orc Army will grow to a 3/3 and attacking for 5.
4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Cards in?
A bunch. 7.
Discard 1, 2.
Roland thinking about growing the frog and a discard a Wasteland. So attack for 6 total, putting Ryan down to 6. Draw a card. Roland still has these bolts. This could be over. There's Bolt. Down to 3. Bolt. That is the match. Ryan scoops it up. Lightning Bolt, everybody.